You're listening to an audio blog from Ava Mind, a mental health app created to support your well-being every step of the way. Today's reflection is the hidden power of conflict, how to transform tension into growth and deeper bonds. We all experience conflict with family, friends, colleagues, or even within ourselves. It can feel overwhelming, isolating, or frustrating. But what if we could shift our mindset and see conflict not as something to avoid or fear, but as an opportunity for growth? Today, we'll explore how emotional intelligence, mindful communication, and new AI tools can transform conflict into a catalyst for deeper bonds and more meaningful relationships. Whether it's at home, in the workplace, or within our own minds, conflict doesn't have to break us apart. It can bring us closer together. Imagine this scenario. You're having dinner with a friend and something they say triggers a reaction in you. Maybe it's an offhand comment that hits a nerve. In that moment, you might feel your heart rate rise, your thoughts become jumbled, and your emotions start to spiral. Conflict is beginning to form, and it's all happening in real time. But rather than jumping straight into defensive mode, you can take a breath and pause. Emotional intelligence can help us identify what's happening beneath the surface. So, what is emotional intelligence, and how can it help us navigate this moment of conflict more skillfully? Emotional intelligence, or EI, is a key factor in navigating conflict successfully. It's our ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, as well as to perceive and influence the emotions of others. In a conflict situation, EI allows us to step back and observe our emotional reactions before responding. Let's break this down. Emotional awareness helps us pinpoint exactly what we're feeling. Are we angry, frustrated, scared, or perhaps hurt? By labeling the emotion, we can then decide how to approach the situation, instead of being swept away by it. Once we recognize what we're feeling, the next step is self-regulation, the ability to manage those emotions before they get the best of us. For example, instead of reacting immediately in anger, you could take a few slow, deep breaths. This helps to reduce the intensity of the emotion and create space for a more thoughtful response. Self-regulation also involves calming our mind and body, which is crucial when we're caught in the heat of conflict. Take a moment now to think back to a recent conflict. Were you able to recognize your emotions in the heat of the moment? How did you react? Were there times when you wished you had paused instead of reacting immediately? Reflect on that for a second. Next, let's talk about mindful communication, the art of being fully present during difficult conversations. When we're caught up in conflict, it's easy to fall into defensive patterns. But mindful communication is all about slowing down and being intentional with our words and actions. One powerful technique is using I statements. For example, instead of saying, "You always ignore my feelings," you can say, "I feel unheard when my concerns aren't addressed." This subtle shift makes it clear that you're expressing your own experience, rather than placing blame on the other person. As you listen, think about the last time you used an I statement. How did it affect the conversation? If you've never tried it, think of a situation where it might be helpful. Conflict isn't just a chance to resolve a disagreement. It's also an opportunity for personal and relational growth. When we approach conflict with emotional intelligence and mindfulness, we learn more about ourselves and others. For instance, after a conflict, we may realize that we've been holding onto unmet needs or unspoken expectations. Recognizing these patterns can help us avoid similar conflicts in the future. Let me share an example. A couple was struggling with frequent arguments about household responsibilities. Every time one of them felt overwhelmed, they'd lash out, creating a cycle of tension. But once they both learned to practice mindful communication and emotional awareness, they started to see their conflicts as an opportunity for deeper connection. They began discussing their feelings calmly, using I statements and setting clear expectations with each other. Over time, this transformed their arguments into productive conversations that strengthened their bond. Now, let's pause for a brief exercise. Close your eyes for a moment and think of a recent conflict. Imagine this time, instead of reacting impulsively, you took a deep breath and chose to respond with emotional intelligence. Picture yourself calmly expressing how you felt and the other person listening attentively. How does that shift the dynamic? Try this exercise in your next conflict and see how it changes the outcome. Technology is also playing a role in how we navigate conflict. In the Ava Mind app, we offer AI-driven tools designed to help you manage emotions, improve communication, and work through difficult conversations. These tools are built to guide you with practical steps, mindfulness exercises, and even virtual coaching on conflict resolution. So, how can we look at conflict differently? Instead of seeing it as a wall that divides us, we can choose to see it as a bridge, a path to deeper understanding and stronger relationships. Conflict, when handled with emotional intelligence, mindful communication, and support from tools like Ava Mind, can be a powerful opportunity for growth. It's a chance to learn, reflect, and connect more deeply with others. If you found this reflection helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might benefit from it. And if you're looking for more resources to support your journey, you can explore the Ava Mind app. Download it today for guided support, tools, and access to real therapists, all in one place.